So let's start today's tutorial. Okay, so just a reminder, since Wenjin just joined, there's always a tutorial to be completed before class, and that's what I'm going through in class. Okay, so from next week, I always try and do the tutorial before class so that you know what's happening. Now, for everybody else, can you tell me grammar MCQ? How many questions? How many marks? Anyone? For PSLE, yes, Mani?
10 questions, 10 marks.
Yes, very good. 10 questions. 10 marks because each of the question is 1 mark. Of course, for today's tutorial, you don't have 10 questions. You only have 5, I think. Right, but for PSLE, there'll be 10 questions and each of them 1 mark. You open up paper 2 and that's the first thing you see, okay? After that, you see vocabulary MCQ. How many questions is that? Oh, by the way, Mani gives us 1 point. Vocabulary MCQ. Yes, Ariano?
5 questions, 5 marks.
Yes, very good. Gives us a point, Ariano. 5 questions, 5 marks. Well done. And the one that has the most weightage in your paper 2 is open-ended comprehension. Open-ended means you must write the answer by yourself, right? How many questions? How many marks? Yes, Mani?
10 questions, 20 marks.
Yes, very good. 10 questions, right? And the 20 marks is distributed among the 10 questions. So it can be 1 question is 4 marks, 1 question 2 marks, 1 question 1 mark, okay? So that's 20 marks. Yes, well done. So these are the marking scheme for PSLE, and comprehension is the most number of marks. And that's where most of you got mistakes. So we're going to go through that later. But for now, let's start with grammar MCQ. Who wants to choose a pen color? Pen color, pen color. Oh, I see infant type. I see Nicole typed infant, but then she spelled infant wrongly. It's not INFENT, it's INFANT. By the way, Nicole, I don't see the chat. Okay, so unmute and speak. Okay, yes. Sorry. Can you put your hands down? We can't. I didn't see whose hand went up first. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, Abir, yes. What color?
The galaxy.
Okay, let's go with the galaxy color. Okay, let's start with the galaxy colors. Okay, I want you all to choose a fruit. So, Abir, what fruit do you want first?
Orange.
Okay, remember your fruit, okay? So, Abir is orange. Wenjin, what fruit do you want?
Apple.
Apple. Remember your fruit. So, when it spins, if it lands to your fruit, it will be you. So, Abir is, what is it? What do you say? Orange, right? Abir, orange. Wenjin is apple. Ariano?
Lemon.
Lemon. Okay, Rowan is coming in. Yes, Mani?
Pear.
Pear. Okay. So can let me just remember that. Okay, so Ariano is what again? Tell me your fruit again, sorry. Is it lemon?
Yeah, lemon.
Okay, Ariano is lemon. What about Mani?
Pear.
Pear. And Abir, orange, right? And Wenjin is apple. Apple. What about Nico? I can't see you, so you type in the chat. Okay. Nico, what fruit do you want? Is your audio not working as well? Or just your video? Hello, Nicole, hurry up. What fruit
Just
do you
my
want?
video.
Okay, so what fruit do you want?
I don't know.
Apple is taken, orange is taken, lemon is taken, pear is taken. You're left with banana and peach. Which one do you want?
Banana.
Okay, so Nicole is banana, which means Rohan, who just came in, your peach. Okay, so remember your fruits. So when it spins and it lands on you, you are the one. Just to remember, to refresh your memory, Ariano is lemon, Mani is pear, Abir is orange, Rohan is peach, Nicole is banana, and Wenjin is apple. Ready? Okay, orange is Abir, right? Abir, what is the answer for question 1?
This.
This? If you actually did the tutorial, which all of you did, right? If you notice, C wasn't this. C was actually the. I changed the answer. Because, listen very carefully, this is very important. In American English, you say in the hospital. We are learning British English. We do not say in the hospital, we just say in hospital. The answer should be D. So the portal is wrong, okay? The answer should be D. It's going to be changed, the portal as well. So in British English, remember, we do not say in the hospital because the is specific. And here, what specific hospital are you talking about? Unless you've mentioned the hospital name, like Tan Tong Sek Hospital, okay? But you didn't mention it before, right? So I do not know what you're talking about. So you're not talking about a specific hospital. You're just saying that he is in hospital, okay? So British English, we do not add the in front of hospital. Only in American English do you do that. And I changed the answer for C from this to the because the is accepted for US English, American English, but we are learning British English. So there should not be anything here. It's this. Timothy's grandfather is in hospital with Gloria. If you mention it before, like he was in this hospital, blah, 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 then I can say in the hospital. But I didn't mention the hospital before that. This is the sentence by itself, right? By the way, do you know what disease is this? Anyone? This is actually a disease that affects your small intestine. Small intestine because you have drank water that is infected. So your water supply was dirty, it's not clean. So it causes diarrhea and vomiting, right? And so it's a bacterial infection, okay? So it causes this because of drinking unclean water. By the way, at the end of every lesson, I will always ask you what is one thing you have learned. So please pay attention. At the end, I will ask you what is one thing you have learned in class. You should be able to tell me, okay? So that is that. Let's move on. Oh, yes. Same thing for British English. We do not say in the college. You say she is in college, right? She's in college right now. We don't say in the college, okay? Same thing. He is in prison. We don't say he is in the prison, okay? So that's just the difference in British English and American English, okay? Unless you're talking about a specific place, then we can say the, okay? Okay, thank you, Abir, for trying. Give yourself 1 point. Abir, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, orange is you again, right? Okay, so tell me when to stop again.
Stop.
Banana, Nico. What is the answer for number 2, Nico? By the way, this is an actual well that is actually true. This is not a story, okay? It's a fact. Yes? C, do you say C? Okay, good try. It's not C. It is a. Okay, can someone tell me why is it a? Nico, give us 1 point for trying. Why is it a? Yes, Mani?
Because of the letter W and it's a V.
Huh? Sorry?
I didn't raise my hand, I was just stretching.
Oh, you're just stretching. Okay, now the answer here is not the, because this is a place in Mexico, right? Right? And you're saying, hey, do you know there's a well somewhere in Mexico that is actually known for its miracle water because it can cure AIDS and cancer. This is actually true. There's actually a real well that's called this. You can Google it, okay? And people actually go there and drink the water because it apparently cures cancer and AIDS. Apparently a dog that was wounded and injured fell into this well and got cured. So all the wounds healed. So that's why it says it's miracle water, okay? So there's a lot of stories behind this. You can actually Google this well, okay? Telcote, in Mexico, and then you can find out about it. So there is a well somewhere in this place, Mexico, known for its water, okay? There is a well somewhere there. Unless you're talking about a specific well, and you name the well, right? Then yes. But here, I did not tell you what the well is called. I just say there's a well somewhere in this place, in this city, in Mexico. Okay, I'm not pointing a specific well. That's why it is not the, because the is specific. Right? Here, it can be any well. I do not know which well, right? So is more general. General. All right. Thank you very much. Nicole, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, no, let's spin again. Tell me when to stop again, Nicole.
Stop.
Peach. Peach is Rohan, right? Okay, Rohan, what's the answer to this?
I think it's D.
By the way, Rohan, I just gave you your points for completing a tutorial and everything else. And yes. Sorry? What do you say?
D.
B. Okay, please write this down. For the past 3 years in PSLE, they have been, these questions where they test you about the different kinds of quantifiers have been coming out. Now, before you even tell me the answer, raise your hand if you know this. Much. Is it used for countable nouns, things you can count, or uncountable nouns? Who remembers? Much. Do you use for things you can count? Do you say much clothes or many clothes? So much. Things you can count or things you cannot count? Anybody? Yes, Abir?
Cannot count.
Very good. It's sorry, whose voice was that? I asked Abir. Abir, what do you say, Abir?
Things you cannot count.
Yes, uncountable. Please write it down. Much is uncountable. You need to remember this, okay? Because they love to test you with quantifiers, okay? Much is uncountable. What about little? Yes, give us 1 point, Abir. Little. Things you can count, things you cannot count. Yes, Mani?
Uncountable.
Very good, uncountable. By uncountable, I mean things like time. You can't count time, okay? You can't count water. Liquid, you cannot count. So you say there is little water. You don't say there is few water, okay? Because few is countable, right? You don't say there is much clothes. There is many clothes because many is countable. Much is uncountable, okay? None and any can be used for both countable and uncountable, okay? The opposite of much is many, and many is for countable. The opposite of little is few, and few is countable. Write this down. So you need to know what kind of quantifier is used for what kind of noun. So in this case, PG, by the way, stands for something. It stands for paying guest. Paying guest is a short form. So does staying in a paying guest accommodation is where you stay, okay, have something advantageous? Now you see there's an S. Whenever you have an S, which means it's plural. If you have a plural, that means it's countable, right? This one is countable. You can count the number of advantages. For example, the first advantage is it's near my house. The second advantage is it's cheaper. The third advantage is something. So this one is countable, which means the answer can only be something that is used with countable nouns. So A is out, B is out. You're left with either C or D. So Abir, what's the answer?
D.
Sorry, not Abir, Rohan. Right answer. What's the answer of this?
D.
D. Can you tell me why is the answer D and not C?
Because none means there's no advantage. That means there's no 1, 2, or 3.
Very good. Okay, it means nothing. None means nothing, right? No, right? Any means you're asking a question. Is there any advantage? Is there 1 advantage, 2 advantage, 3 advantage, right? So yes. So very good. So here, you know it cannot be A or B because this question some of you got wrong, right? It's because A and B is only used for things you cannot count. And the clue here is advantage. Yes, Rohan gives her 1 point.
Teacher, I said D.
Yes, I know. Gives her 1 point. The answer is D. Okay, now Rohan, tell me to stop.
Stop.
Apple. Who's Apple? I think Apple is Wenjin, right? Oh, she changed her name to Apple. Okay. So what is the answer for this question, Wenjin? Oh, you need to unmute yourself so I can hear you. Oh, she wrote the answer. Yes, it's B. Now, Wenjin, can you tell me why is A wrong? Because some of them gave the answer as A. Why is A wrong? Can you unmute yourself and speak? Unmute. You're muted. Why is both wrong?
Because
both is plural, right? Because it's 2. Both means 2, right? Family, singular or plural? Singular. Family is 1. Plural of family is families, right? So that's why it cannot be A, Ariano. So now you know why it cannot be A for this question, okay? Because A is plural. Both is plural. Here the clue is family. Wenjin gives us 1